What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. Today I've got one from Camp Motion Pictures, which is an arm of like alternative cinema, which also puts out retro seduction cinema, pop cinema, and some other little sub-labels. Today I'm talking about Call Girl of Cthulhu. This one's about a guy who's a virgin. He kind of keeps to himself. He watches a lot of femdom porn, to pass the time. He's an artist, and he's basically saving himself. He wants just the right girl. And of course, when he hires an escort to come in and pose for some of his artwork, he pretty much instantly falls in love with her and becomes like, a little bit obsessed with her. And he's convinced that like this is the girl that he wants to be with. And unfortunately for him, there's other people involved in her or interested in her as well, which is this really weird dark cult that's been killing all these different prostitutes, looking for that amazing, one girl who has this birthmark on her, ass cheek. And so that's the movie, is the cult is, closing in on her, and then it looks at the relationship between, the escort and the guy who's obsessed with her. Then there's also some stuff with the roommates of the guy. I really like this movie. It's by the same core group of people who made the WNUF Halloween special, which was, of course, amazing. This one is it seems like they had a lot more money to work with, and you can tell like it's a lot grander. There's a lot more spectacle to it. It has a ton of effects in it. So it doesn't have like super like graphic gore, or at least it doesn't seem like it, because I think it has like kind of a comic tone to it. So it does have some really goopy, oozy kind of gore to it, as well as some really cool creature effects. So there is a good amount of blood here. There's unfortunately some CGI blood, but I don't know. As much as I hate it, it just seems like even indie people are embracing it now. So I guess just one of those things we're going to have to get used to. But this movie does have a lot of practical effects in it. I thought it looked really good. Some of them are a little bit, low rent, but I would rather have low-end practical than, low-end CGI for sure. And I just think there's a certain charm to, the practical effects. And I think most of them are really well done here. It also has a pretty good amount of nudity in it, which is always nice. I really like the cast. I thought it was a really colorful group of people. If you're into watching some of the like indie erotica, you'll recognize a lot of people from here. I liked seeing Ruby LaRocca and Scarlet Storm. Unfortunately, they're not in the movie for a long time, but it was still cool just to see them. I really like the dialogue in this one as well. It's really colorful, really memorable. It's got some nice, quotable moments to it, and just like ridiculous dialogue, which is a lot of fun to watch. So really, everything about this is just like really colorful and memorable. There's nothing like run-of-the-mill about this movie, which is really nice, because a lot of times you'll have kind of a neat premise, but then things will be kind of it'll have stretches that drag or unmemorable dull characters, and this movie definitely doesn't suffer from that. The Blu Ray from Camp Motion Pictures, it's got 2 audio commentary tracks, outtakes, a bunch of videos from the Kickstarter campaign, trailers. The transfer looks really good. I definitely recommend getting it on Blu-ray, just because the movie does have a lot of like bold colors and interesting visuals. This is definitely not it doesn't feel like it's just a by the numbers kind of movie. I really like everything about the visuals, and I think the Blu-ray definitely helps that kind of pop out a little bit more. If you're a fan of indie horror, I think this is one you got to check out. It's also like just packed with Lovecraft references that a lot of which even I'm sure I missed out on. But it was cool just to see that there was some work that went into it to make sure there was a lot of like little, Easter eggs for Lovecraft fans to pick up on. I had a lot of fun with Call Girl of Cthulhu, and I think if you have even like a minor interest in Lovecraft, indie horror, or just indie movies in general, quirky, colorful movies, I would definitely check it out. If you like this review, please check out my website, markfusion.com. I've got a ton of other movie reviews there, horror, cult, indie, exploitation, lifetime movies, like new theatrical releases, video games, everything. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at markfusion. You can check me out there. I'm also on Patreon, but the best way to support me is to hit that sub button. It's free and easy, and it definitely helps me continue to build content here. So thank you very much for watching this. Remember, check out Call Girl of Cthulhu. You can also get it at Amazon too. It's pretty much available wherever you would want to get movies. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you soon.